Boston for the springtime.
People say in Boston even beans do it.
Boston, 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 back up to Boston.
Boston at last.
He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston.
Boston, if you please, Massachusetts.
Sweet things in Boston. Boston, Boston rocks.
I'm here today to do the very final shift at WBCN. The first one I did was, I think 1981, maybe 1982, December 18th. I came in at 4 in the morning on a snowstormy night and played my first song, which is a David Bowie song. And I'm proud to have been chosen to take us out, to be the executioner, to give that lethal injection. So we're gonna have a party. It's gonna be great. I've been working on this for a while. It's not gonna be sobby. We're not gonna wallow in our own self-pity, and we're not gonna wallow in our own perceived tremendousness. I'm gonna tell stories, and I'm gonna play the rock, and you're gonna do the math. I am not nervous at all. I've seen this coming a long time, and I'm extremely prepared. That's how I roll. I like to get real prepared so I can kick back. A lot of people asking me what the last song is gonna be. It's a secret. You're gonna have to listen right to the bitter end. But let me tell you, it's something that nobody could argue with as a final song. Trust me. Almost time, brother. 15 minutes to blast off.
Jayhawks Trouble. That's for Marcy and Katie. Don't read too much lyrically into it when I send it out to my wife and daughter. We really just all love that song. And lyrically, actually, it's kind of more fitting to WBCN. So my name is Hardy. Bradley J is joining me and Robbie Roadsteamer in the studio now. Bradley, you have the honor of taking BCN home tonight.
Yes. Testing 1, 2. There we go.
You will be on up until, everybody wants to know, midnight.
Midnight, yes.
Right up until midnight, and that will be the final transmission for WBCN.
Yes, it will be. And I urge anyone who has friends that grew up listening to WBCN together, why don't you call them up and maybe go hang out and have a little house party. At least call them up and listen together. Don't listen alone if you don't have to. Go hang out with some friends and listen to the final, what's the word? Celebration, I'll use.
Final celebration broadcast, and everyone who has asked, number one, what's Bradley going to do on his final night? I said, only Bradley knows. And number two, they say, well, there couldn't be a better person to do it. So, Bradley, you are everyone's first choice to do this last show.
WBCN Boston, this is it. Eat, drink, and be merry for tonight. It's all over. It's important that you listen. It's important you listen with friends if you can. It's important to tape it or record it in some manner if you can. This is the final show at WBCN Boston. A lot of folks say, what's the last song going to be, Bradley J? Well, it's a secret. We'll get to that. But more importantly right now, what's the first song going to be? It sets the tone for the whole thing. And it says a lot of stuff that I won't have to say.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Road runner, road runner.
Clearly the sentiment there is this is the day that if you're a WBCN fan, your life will certainly change. I am not going to do a group of thank yous at the end of the program because, frankly, I won't be able to speak. However, I will, throughout the program, tell stories and anecdotes about key figures. And some of those stories, I think those key figures have even forgotten about. Well, let me relate one now. One person I will thank is Oedipus, of course. I mean, imagine if I didn't. The hell the rest of my life would be. No, Oedipus gave me a chance, and Oedipus would stick by you. You get the gig, and then he sticks by you. If there's issues, he gets both sides, and if you're right, he'll stick by you. He protected us from a lot of stuff. And one story about Oedipus, there will be 2 or 3. And Oedipus, you're going to be surprised that I remember this. Back in the day when there was lots of money in the 80s, WBCN had a ski team, but the ski team didn't just go up north to New Hampshire. The ski team took a plane load of BCN listeners to Colorado for a week. Can you believe it? So they got a whole American Airlines plane full of BCN listeners, and we went skiing for a week. And Oedipus on the flight, we all got kind of loaded. And Oedipus decided it'd be cool BCN thing to do, as he was always thinking about the station, to welcome everybody aboard the flight. So he picked up the microphone on the plane, which today would end him, get him like 15 years in jail. And he got on the mic and was like, "Hey, everybody, blah, blah, blah." And, the attendants rushed him at all. But that, my friends, is the kind of dude he is. Not the kind of dude he was, the kind of dude he is. He really wasn't afraid to go for it. And this next track is sort of a Nocturnal Emission-esque song. And this one's for you, brother. Into the Future. It's WBCN 104.1, The Rock of Boston.
Music director, assistant program director, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but, for the longest time, I worked with you, and you told, it was awesome.
Yes, it was. We worked together for a really long time, and I was just thinking that as I was listening to you here in Los Angeles on the internet, how perfect a choice you were to be the last DJ on WBCN. You are doing an amazing job tonight.
Celebrating 41 years.
The Wipers, that was so awesome.
The Wipers, that's right.
Yeah, no, some great music and really enjoying it. And thanks for doing this.
My pleasure, Stephen. Of anyone, you must have the juiciest stories at WBCN. You were right in there, right in the eye of the hurricane the whole time. You saw everything from both angles.
Yeah, that's true. And you have some too. I mean, the David Bowie cigarette fight was a good story.
Yes, I'm playing that. I'm actually playing that right now as we speak.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, it's 10:15. We're 3 hours and 15 minutes through the final show, and it's going much better than I could have ever have hoped. In the beginning, I was barely able to speak because I was overwhelmed and getting choked up. And I thought, oh God, I'm getting choked up. Now, it's going to be murder at the end. But somehow, all the old friends, the DJs, Tammy, Heidi, Catherine, Lauren, talking to Oedipus was great. Calmed me down. I felt much better. And the music is really good. It makes me feel good. So in general, I'm feeling good and feeling like I can get through this. Finish the rest of my little talk to you right on the air here. Okay, man. Dude, I made a terrible mistake. I didn't bring beer. That's terrible, man. But it's, let's see. It's 10:19. Beer time is less than an hour and 45 minutes away. What's it going to be like? What's it going to be like when the plug gets pulled? What's it going to be like when it really doesn't exist anymore? It's hard to know because you can talk about it, you can conjecture about it, but you won't know until just after midnight. And there will be no BCN. There will be static. It's going to be a brave new world. And here's how it's going to go down towards the end. I'm going to play I Feel Free. In a way, this is cathartic and liberating. It really is. And, of course, it was the first song played at WBCN as a rock song. Then we'll play the final rock song. That rock song is a secret. What do you think it's going to be? Put yourself in my place. I was entrusted with choosing this song. It has to have the gravitas to, measure up to this moment. I don't want it to be sappy like This Is the End by The Doors. I don't want it to be goofy like Video Kill the Radio. Okay, this is a song that I will be judged by throughout eternity. I am not about to make a mistake. So I want you to kind of discuss among yourselves, if you were me, or if you were whoever's sitting in this chair, what song would walk the line? What song would do it? What song would no one ever be able to question? What song would always be, oh my God, it's the perfect song? I feel confident that I have chosen that song. See if you can, just take a wild guess. I can pretty much guarantee you're wrong.
A new